like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. So I considered making this video live, like putting it out live. I got that, and I also got Doctor Who magazine review to do. I consider doing both of them live today. I might do, right? Well, I'm not doing this one live. I'm recording it. But boy, I was away for the weekend, and I indulged a lot, right? I indulged a lot. A lot of very, very, very good food. But today I'm feeling the effects of, look, this is what being old is like, right? You think in your young whippersnapper youth, you're just going to go into excessive excess, right? And you do everything. Well, I did anyway. And then you just go to explode by the time you hit like 30. Well, that doesn't happen. No, that doesn't happen. What happens instead is you just have a really shitty second half of your life. So I'm not feeling well today, right? I am under the weather. I'm a bit tired. Cream cracker, I would say. But I got House of the Dragon to watch. I'm trying to just get done so I can take the rest of the day off, because I'm really genuinely wobbly from eating pizza, right? And it was a good pizza, okay? It was a good pizza. It was probably well. The weird thing is, Jews in general are very lactose intolerant, and we just don't care. We're like, yeah, we're gonna feel terrible, but boy, do we like ice cream. I tell you, I live in Israel. The country nearly went into mourning when the corporate racists over who owned Ben & Jerry's wanted to remove the license from Israel. Because boy, do they like Ben & Jerry's. You know, I thought that the company that was licensing them should just like start a more Israeli-centric brand and have like local flavors. You know, there's every country has local flavors, but you know, I think it's not hard to do what Ben & Jerry's did, especially if they're already doing it. So I'm surprised they just didn't develop their own brand. But apparently, no. It was Unilever, I think, is the corporation that owns Ben & Jerry's. Ben & Jerry's is super woke. And oh God, every time you say woke, people are like, well, what does that mean? It has no definition whatsoever. No, it does. Okay, easiest definition is progressive, right? Now, what the definition of progressive changes all the bloody time, right? All the time. Like, 10 years ago it was progressive that marriage wasn't between a man and a woman anymore, but could be between two loving male entities. Now being progressive is giving a 12-year-old a double mastectomy or a hysterectomy, or chemically castrating them, a vaginoplasty, right? You know, woke changes, progressive changes constantly. So defining it is always hard. I would say woke in terms of entertainment is the uncomfortable platforming of ideology, and almost always that ideology is mixed with stuff we all agree with, that gay people should have same rights as straight people. I'm like, how would you say it? It's so stupid, right? Have you ever met anybody that, no, those faggots shouldn't have the same. Nobody thinks that. Nobody. And I'm a Bible thumper, right? I am a Bible thumper living in Samaria, in a Bible thumping community, right? Nobody thinks that. Nobody at all. Mixed in with, oh yeah, let's give 12 let's cut off the dick off a 12-year-old boy, because, you know, he's a bit, we got to affirm his gender. How do you affirm somebody's gender? By cutting their dick and balls off? I don't know, but that. And yeah, my point is this. Woke changes. The word woke changes because the word progressive changes. Because we live in strange times. Anyway, I digress. I'm feeling a bit sick, so I thought I'll record this rather than do it live. Yeah, okay. We have a lot of news. I was away for a few days. How is there so much Doctor Who news over a few days? It blows my mind, right? It absolutely blows my mind. But there you go. Like, share, subscribe, comment. All those things are good things to do. I'm like. And by the way, thank you for subscribing. My subscribers have been going up and up recently. I think I got to get to. If we get another 7 or 8 or something like that, I break 3,500, which I think is some kind of boundary that the algorithm makes you work and work and work to break through. We're nearly there. Like 10 of you hit subscribe. That's great. Thank you very much. I'm basically there at that point. And if you're subscribed, make sure you're still subscribed. Subscribe to me over on Rumble. In fact, nothing will make me happier that we have a max exodus from YouTube and slouch over to Rumble. That would be fantastic for me. I would very, very much like that. But anyway, like, share, subscribe, comment, sign up my Substack. I have been slow in sending stuff out on there, both the paid one and the free one. Although I'm writing a short story, like an episode, a short story episode of featuring the 12th Doctor. And the meddling monk. It's going seasons 14, Dr. Alex's book. So maybe I'll start serializing that as I'm writing it, because now I got a lot more time on my hands now because I have a new computer that actually doesn't just work. It is freaking a dream. This thing works incredibly. So like, share, subscribe, comment, Substack. I didn't send out a new Adventures this week, one of the outprint novels. I will send it hopefully today, right? Hopefully today. Yes, that's it. So let's have a look at the first story. Bad news for Colin Baker, I'm afraid. And this is really quite sad, right? It gets sadder as it goes along. Ex-Doctor Who Colin Baker is banned from driving after being caught doing 58 miles an hour in a 30-mile-an-hour zone in his Lexus. Well, it was, in his Lexus, because he was short of time. You're a Time Lord, mate. You're a Time Lord. The sixth Doctor, Baker 79, was clocking at 58 miles an hour in a 30-mile-an-hour zone. I need to know a little bit more. Maybe he was just going at a normal speed and didn't realize in the zone. Baker said he sped up after getting lost while following a BBC camera crew. So it can't be for a documentary, for a Blu-ray. They've done his entire era. Ooh, is it BBC camera crew or is it a Bad Wolf camera crew? Right, that's something else we're going to be talking about. Is he going to be in the centenary? Is he going to be in the 60th anniversary? I think he's going to be in one of those, right? Also known for I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. He was banned for 21 days. It's only 21 days, mate. Come on. Okay, 3 weeks? Okay, so you've got somebody drive you for 3. It's not the biggest deal. Doctor Who star Colin Baker has been banned from driving after being caught speeding in his Lexus. Every time they put his Lexus, it makes it sound worse, doesn't it? Because he was short on time. The 79-year-old actor is best known for playing the Sixth Doctor, liked to dress in a colourful mismatched costume, clothes. Well, he didn't. His character did. Was clocked at 50. 58 miles an hour doesn't sound like, a Death Race 2000. Sounds like a 79-year-old man trying to get somewhere on time to me. Okay, in a 30-mile-an-hour thing in Shropshire. I think it's bigger crime being in Shropshire, quite frankly. Baker from High Wycombe, Buckinghamshire. Fall back the tears. See, this is really... now I feel bad, right? Fall back the tears? Well, this is a bit of a downer. I don't want Colin Baker to cry. Look, Colin, mate. He's been a bit of a dick about Jodie in that, I don't know, him, David Tennant, they say, look, we all love Jodie. Oh, she's the bestest ever. We absolutely adore her portrayal. She's the best. That's just the way it is. She is the absolute best. She's not really. Look, if you like her, great, but yeah, just as the writing is objectively very, very poor in the current era, so is her acting. I'm sorry. Why did John Bishop, who's not really an actor, and Bradley Walsh stand out? Because they can act. Also, they're white males. Now, the white male characters can be written as human beings because they're allowed to have foibles, right? But anybody on the progressive, not so much. So, although I do think Bradley Walsh just injected a lot of personality into a nothing role. That's probably what happened. So he fought back the tears. Oh, dear. And the doc, as he admitted speeding and explained he sped up after getting lost while following a BBC camera crew on November 22nd last year. So this is the day before Doctor Who's anniversary. This is interesting. I wonder what was going on. What camera crew, right? The father of 5, who was also on Our Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, told the Worcester Magistrate Court on Friday he would suffer exceptional hardship if he was slapped with a driving ban. Why? Why can't somebody pay a driver? Okay, you got 5 kids, have one of them drive you, for God's sake. Come on, it's a 3-week exceptional hardship. How? How? I mean, we weren't allowed to leave our homes for like, what, 2 years? And we all kind of managed. I mean, we all went bonkers, but we all kind of managed, right? I think you're probably flag waving of that. He also claimed he had 3 penalty points, but the court clerk said he found a 4th. Checked his record and found he had 6 penalty points. Oh, boy, that's not good. From December 2018, and it had not yet expired. Colin, mate, I'm sorry. I am sorry. I did enjoy season 22. The Blu-ray. Baker was banned for driving 21 days. He'll pay £480. Bloody hell. And pay £480 and ordered to fine £480 and ordered to pay the court cost of £95 and a victim surcharge of £34. Sod in hell. Okay, so what? Okay, my instant math isn't that good. You might, especially adding up money. You're thinking, is he really Jewish? Is he? They should be able to do that in their head. Normally we can. Okay, I'm kind of hungover from eating a lot of good food, as I said. So 480. That's 575. That's £609. Bloody hell. That's a bit much, isn't it? I mean. But what is a victim surcharge? Let's look it up. Victim surcharge. I mean, that's just a dick. What? Surcharge sentencing council. What is a victim surcharge? Okay, the surcharge is a charge imposed on offenders by the court. With the purpose of ensuring the offenders hold some responsibility to the cost of supporting victims and witnesses. Well, were there any victims in this? It sounds a bit like bullshit to me, quite frankly. Colin Baker, Doctor Who star Colin Baker, pictured outside Windsor Court, fought back the tears as he was banned from driving after being caught speeding in his Lexus on his way home, on his way to film a BBC show. What BBC show? Oh, what's he gonna be in? I don't know. When the magistrates asked him what the impact the ban would have, the actor also who started casually in Jonathan Creek ride quite a lot, he added, because of what I do right now, I'm very conscious how I drive. The actor explains that he'd been working in Telford, Shropshire, and was set to do filming at Ironbridge the following day. When he was caught speeding last November. He said, I said, give me a sat-nav code. And they said, no, follow us. Listen, mate. I've seen your era of Doctor Who, and you still trusted the BBC? Really? Never trust the BBC. I followed the BBC camera car, lost them at a roundabout, and tried to catch up, and that's when I committed the offence. I had no intention of speeding. Well, nobody intends to speed, mate. Come on. Baker explained the reason he was caught out on a stretch of road on Legis Way in Madeley had changed the national speed limit to national speed limit 30 miles an hour. What? How'd you get anywhere? What is it, Planet of the Pussies? 30 miles an hour? What is this? You might as well just get one of those little granny cars, like. And of course, I don't mean that in a derogatory way. Grandmothers indeed deserve forms of transport. He begged the justice of peace. Yes, it's a sob story you probably heard 1,000 times, but it's true. I am an actor. I work in theatre. I do a play in October and November. Not working for me is not an option. So get out, drive. I mean, somebody drive you. I don't understand, mate. Listen. Have somebody drive you, or like rent an apartment next to the theatre or something. It's 3 sodding weeks. Baker and he was forced to turn work down if banned due to the difficulty getting to venues. He also, are you mad? He got 5 kids. Sodding hell, one of them take turns driving you. Although I have to tell you, listen, not being able to drive is a big wrench. I remember when my father was dying. one of the hardest parts for him, and he did not want to die. Okay, I mean, nobody wants to die, but he was not at peace with dying. I figure when you get to that point, you're like, well, I mean, look, I believe in God. I'm a Bible thumper, right? So I'm not. I'm like, well, yeah, that's what God wants, I guess. I think it's supposed to be better in the next world. Okay, I should have built up a bit of bloody credit here. So, listen, nobody wants to die, but when it's going to happen, it's going to happen. My dad was like, no! No! He dug his head, but it didn't really work. But one of the hardest things for him was when he wasn't allowed to drive anywhere, took his license away. He felt like the emancipation he felt was awful, right? And he'd always been a driver, right? Poor old dad, what can I tell you? Never mind. Chairman of the bench, Jane Burton, told Baker the speed was nearly twice the limit, and had not been just a few miles an hour. Okay, the actor thanked the magistrate at the end of the hearing and said he would pay the full amount, £609 in 28 days. He played the frizzy hair time. Yeah, I understand. So look, Colin Baker, screwed by the BBC again. Okay, I guess that's the story. Now this is a non-story. I covered it on my live stream last night. It's such a non-bloody story. Doctor Who centenary specials pay tribute to past doctors. Well, we know this. So the rumour flying around is doctors 5, 6, 7, and 8 are in the centenary special. That's a rumour. I'm not sure I fully believe the rumour. I really don't, because it seems, I mean, on one hand, it'll be very helpful to detract from the sheer awfulness of Jodie, right? I mean, the way Chris Chibnall writes stuff now is like, let's just put so much in it, people don't have time to think. So it's the Sontarans, it's the Daleks, the Cybermen, the Master. Is it Sontarans as well? I don't know. Time and all the Doctor's past lives and whatever. So the rumor is they're all going to be in it. This makes me think they're not, and I really hope they're not. Jodie Whittaker's Swan Song, we reportedly feature some visual tributes as well as hosts of cameos. I mean, okay, we all kind of figured that would happen, right? It's kind of like what was that James Bond movie where they did roughly the same plot of James Bond for like movie after movie after movie. It was Die Another Day, right? And he was captured, and then he came back like a former agent had to like rebuild himself. And then Casino Royale, they actually did an original movie. That was pretty darn good. But it was like Bond Begins. But then straight into Skyfall, essentially the same thing, right? He was retired and comes back out of retirement, right? And then in Die Another Day, same thing, right? It happened over and over and over again. But in that, it was number 20, I think. Die Another Day. He was in some railway station, which was like Q backup branch or something. And it had like the jetpack from... what was that? Not Live and Let Die. Well, which one had You Only Live Twice had the jetpack, right? And all the little bits and bobs. It'll be something like that, right? I think it'll be something along those sides. With a really badly made up Ace and Tegan. Like, what did they do to Sophie Aldred? Right? Did they give her like prosthetic jowls? Because she looks terrible in the publicity pictures, right? And she looks okay in real. I mean, look, I wouldn't say, I wouldn't find myself uncontrollably overtaken by lust if I saw her. But she looks like human being shaped. In the publicity picture, she looks awful. Next year, maybe Doctor Who's 60th anniversary, but it seems they're found to be getting an early celebration of the long-running sci-fi show passed in this year's upcoming centenary special. We know. The Mirror has reported that Jodie Whittaker's swan song will see her wearing many items worn in the TARDIS over the past 6 decades, including the Second Doctor's check trousers. Leave the Second Doctor alone! Fourth Doctor's scarf, Fifth Doctor's salary, Seventh Doctor's question mark jumper, and the 10th Doctor's tie? His tie wasn't that iconic. Brown coat, maybe. I mean... Yeah, we've never seen this before. Never, ever, ever, ever. No one's ever seen this happen before.
Old hat. How's that? With that bowler made Nova?
Violent, biological...
It's totally new. Never, ever, ever has it happened before. Wow, how innovative. A source reportedly told the Mirror that Jodie was getting some and some others to wear some of the best love items of the wardrobe over the decades, seemingly fitting a perfect way to mark the BBC's 100th anniversary. I know. Maybe the better way to mark the BBC's 100th anniversary is send everybody a gold, like a really fancy box in a fancy gold wrapping, right? And you open up and it's a shit in there, right? That's kind of the BBC. In 2022, the Mirror has also reported the special will feature a host of cameo appearances. So yeah, we're having Tegan and Ace, I guess we're having more, by former friends and companions to go alongside the already announced Janet Fielding and Sophie Aldred. So who? I mean, Sarah Sutton, I guess. Nicola Bryant. Again, these are just guesses. I mean, you're not. You basically start from work out who's not dead. So you got Katie Manning and Louise Jameson. Katie Manning, Louise Jameson, Lala Ward. I doubt we'll see Lala. Maybe Lala Ward. Who knows? I mean, because you sell all these people on feminism, right? And yeah, I have to tell you, it's amazing to me how this nonsense version of feminism has taken over the minds of women everywhere, right? Has nothing to do with intelligence. Like, I have a neighbor who's really smarter than me. I would say smarter than me, more educated than me, believes the most insane crap and just that has no ability to reason through it. Donald Trump just made them crazy. Okay, that's just what happened. Donald Trump just made women crazy. Like what the not women, all women, but the wine mums, right? Made the wine mums crazy. So I wonder who else. I think that's it, isn't it? Bonnie Langford, maybe. I mean, okay, so that's the companions I can see bringing back. I mean, could they recast the Brigadier? Maybe. I mean, that would make sense. I mean, somebody should think that. But who knows? Maureen O'Brien, right? I don't know. This will reportedly play out in the form of a party arranged by Bradley Walsh's character, Graham O'Brien, who the Mirror said is also returning for the special. That I believe, right? That I totally believe. The Centennial special will not only act as the end of the Whittaker and showrunner Chris Chibnall's era show, but also form part of the BBC's own celebration, like 100 years of service, or I would say disservice. Let's call it like 90 years of service and 10 years of disservice. I think that's fair enough. Confirmed appearances in the special already include Session of One's Master, the Dalek Sidemen, Jacob Anson Vinder, and Gemma Redgrave's Kate Stewart. Who cares? This follows David Tennant saying last week that he'd already filmed with many other people. That's for the 60th, though. And those have been announced for next year's the 6th anniversary. So I tend to believe, like, the cameo, the Doctor cameos are going to be in the 60th. I think Chibnall got a bunch of companions, and Tom Baker's scarf. Never seen that before, right? No one's ever thought of doing that before. Really, I think they kind of have. It's a bit of a non-story as well. Working director is trying to get a job. Doctor Who director James Strong has had conversations about returning. Strong helmed the acclaimed episodes during the David Tennant era. I mean, look, it's not like you have a limitless pool of people who can direct Doctor Who. I think they got very lucky with the New Year's special. Not Revolution of the Dalek. What do they call that one? Storage room, or storage locker of the Dalek. Of the Daleks, Revenge of the Daleks. Let's have a quick look. One second, we'll do Doctor Who episode guide. Doctor Who episode guide. What's the name of that bloody special? It doesn't say. Oh, come on. We're all the way down here. Man, I really want to watch some more Bernard Cribbin stuff now. They had a fantastic memorial for him in Doctor Who magazine. Russell D. Davies. Evil the Daleks are fine. Evil the Daleks. Yeah, I think they got very lucky with that director, right? I really wanted to see them bring her back. I was really impressed. I thought the script was shit. I thought she really handled it well, right? I really, really liked what she did with it. And she was basically hired because she was black. She was a black new director, and they lucked out. They got somebody with talent, right? I thought they did a great job. And yeah, they keep talking about how inclusive they want to be. Well, okay, off you go. There's one. Take that one for your woke collection. Stonehaven someone claimed their episodes during the David Tennant era. Director of new thriller The Suspect has confirmed possible return of Dr. Strong, who was also known for Vigil and Broadchurch. Who did... there was a Doctor Who director did a really good, creepy horror show. I think Apparitions. Here, one second. Let's have a look. Do we have his IMDb here? Here, one second. We'll do James Strong. Let's have a look. James Strong. Don't think it was him. So, do we have the episode? Oh, else. Do we have the episodes he's done? No filmography. Suspect, Crime, Liar, Vanity Fair, Doubt, 11/22/63. I have no idea what that is. Kingmaker, Broadchurch, Grace Point. That's the American version of Broadchurch. Well, that Broadchurch was another country's one. From Here to There, Downton Abbey, Law and... Okay, when are we going to get to Doctor Who? Doctor Who. So he's done Planet of the Dead. That was probably Russell's weakest script. I think Michelle, what's her name? Michelle Ryan was brilliant, right? I would love to have seen more of her. I mean, listen, seeing her in a skin tight catsuit, that was pretty good. Okay, I would like to see more of her. Partners in Crime, great episode. Voyager of the Damned. So he's done all the biggies, right? Evolution of the Daleks. Okay, a lot of people hate this, right? I really liked Evolution of the Daleks. I liked how the Daleks really worked in the 1920s, 1930s Art Deco. You know, when you had the doors open, the elevator. I'm not going to say lift because it was America. The elevator, ding, and the Dalek comes out. That will really work. But what I really loved about it when you had these two Daleks going conspire, and one of them I thought looks around like, is anybody listening? And that's so 60s Dalek, right? I really, really, really like that. Whoever thought if that was James Strong, good move, mate. Impossible Planet, Satan Pit. I really like that episode as well. First ever Voyager of the Damned with Kylie Minogue. Speaking to Radio Times to promote The Suspect, Strong revealed that he had been having conversation about stepping back on board the TARDIS to helm new adventures. Yeah, listen, I had such an amazing time. I'll be lying if I said there wasn't some conversations. It was announced in September 21, blah, 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 blah. In January, Phil Collinson. I hear that the rumor flying around is Murray Gold is imminently about to be announced, right? Murray Gold's return any second now. Anyway, who else is coming back? Jenna Coleman. So this is a non-story, right? This is a total non-story. Jenna Coleman says Doctor Who return could happen in the future. She was like, I don't know, maybe. That's the entirety of it. Oh, I just watched last night, if you want to see Doctor Who Companions and other things, I just watched last night the bonus episode of Sandman, which was really good, okay? Had David Tennant in it, his voice anyway, and the Dream of a Thousand Cats. It was a really, really good episode. But they also had Calliope, is that the name of this story? With Arthur Darwin? Rory actor. Doctor Who Rory actor. Dying. What's his bloody name? Arthur Darvill, right? Arthur Darvill playing this writer. Very good. Very good. Do recommend that. And I will say there was no wokeness in that at all that I could see. So I like that a lot. Fine. It was announced in September 2012. Rusty Davis, Phil Collinson. Strong continued. I love Rusty Davis and Julie Gardner and Phil Collinson, who are doing so much. And yes, I'll be very keen to discuss a way would be great. Yeah, listen, he's a jobbing director who's good at his job, right? What's this? Sean Parks as Detective Inspector Ruiz and ITV's suspect. Sean Parks wouldn't be a bad doctor, would he? Yeah, I mean, listen, I still, I always wanted it to be Patterson Joseph. I freaking love Patterson Joseph in everything I see him in, right? He's such a great actor. Sean Parks is, he was in the Satan Pit, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it'd be an interesting take on it. That's when I met Sean Park. We've been mates ever since Strong explained. Okay. So, yeah, he might want to come back. Oh, I forgot. We're on the Jenna Coleman story. Jenna Coleman story. I might come back to Doctor Who. No. It's like, I remember when I was in rabbinic seminary, right? I wasn't a normal rabbinic seminary, which doesn't sound surprising. It was like a outreach center to educate people who didn't have much of a Jewish education. And then, people there are some who stayed on, which I was one of them, who became rabbis, who went on to teach and do Jewish outreach, right? We don't outreach to non-Jews. We do outreach to Jews. You're not allowed to proselytize to non-Jews, right? Listen, if any there's a Jewish law that if a non-Jew is thinking of converting, you have to talk him out of it. It's not hard, right? It's not hard. They continue about the cost of the rising cost of food with inflation, especially in America. We're like, hey, we've been paying that all the time. I mean, for us, it was also tripled as well. But it's like it's not. Hey, kids, do you like bacon? Well, forget that. I mean, bacon's awesome, right? Don't rush to give up bacon. Shellfish, lobster, it's all awesome, right? That's all gone. Plus, of course, you're a Jew. So incredibly popular throughout the ages, right? Anyway, I digress. So when we were there, oftentimes they will bring in these donors, right? And we were called Bali Tshuva, right? Bali Tshuva is people who weren't brought up religious but became religious. So one of the rabbis teaching us, whenever they bring these rich donors in to look at us, so he say, I want to put up a sign saying, "Do not feed the Bali Tshuva. Do not feed these students. They'll make them get excited." So one time, oftentimes they stop and you got to talk to these donors again, because they gave you free food and free bed. You have a conversation. So they ask you things like, would you ever be a pulpit rabbi, right? And the answer, and we're all like, no, under any cert in our head, right? But, you say things like, maybe, it depends on the circumstance. Yeah, if I was paid $1 million a minute and the contract was 3 days long, sure, right? Yeah, maybe. This is the same thing with Jenna here. Yeah, sure, if I got nothing else going. By the way, I really liked her as Joanna Constantine in Sandman. I thought she was very, very good. The reason she was good is because she made a new character out of it. It wasn't and took all the things that you loved about John Constantine. But, she wasn't wearing his dirty raincoat, for example. She had a different look. She made a new, individual character. And I very much liked it. I would like to see more, right? I would definitely like to see more of that. The actor who played Clara Oswald has teased the possibility of Return to Doctor Who. Well, listen, if I'm going to have Jenna Coleman tease me, that is not the way I want to be teased, right? It's got to involve not much clothes and a large amount of lubricant, some kind of baby lotion. I think that's the sort of teasing I like. Yeah, but won't the carpet get sticky? Yes. Doctor Who's Jenna Coleman has teased her potential return to the sci-fi show, said could happen in the future. Could do, maybe, no. It's like, really? The actress best known for playing Clara Oswald, the companion to both the 11th and 12th Doctor, dressed where she was speaking to Best magazine. Now, is that magazine really best? I think you could sue them for trade description. My local supermarket is called Chetzi Chinam. Chetzi means half, and Chinam means free. So, half free! It's not! You go there, you pay full price. Not half free. It's always the way. Okay, whenever you have an Israeli store that has a ridiculous name, like oftentimes you have an Israeli store that's called Super Mega Mega Hyper Super Supermart, and it's like a tiny little corner shop, like Super Mega Mega Super Hyper Hyper, and you can't fit in there through the door. It could happen in the future. Who knows? I think for at least a good while, Clara's probably broken down somewhere in space and time, trying to understand how to work the TARDIS. That's no. Okay, let me translate that to you. No, she's not coming back. She added that the 3 series she spent on Doctor Who were incredible. Well, I quite like them. Was it 3? I thought it was more than that. 1 second. She was in season 8 and 7. 7, 8. Okay, Capaldi 1 and 2. I guess 6, 7, 8. 2012 before leaving in 2017. Since the Doctor Who, Coleman has starred in The Cry, Victoria, The Serpent, and more recently Sandman. Very good in that. The BAFTA nominee would return to Doctor Who, but she wouldn't be the only one. David and blah, 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 many coming back. I mean, I don't think that she's coming back, right? I don't think we're going to see her in the near future. What we are going to see in the near future is this, however. This is another story. David Tennant's Doctor Who may see him return to use his Scottish accent. Oh, okay. After a recent convention appearance, David Tennant has hinted that his upcoming Doctor Who return may see him speak with a Scottish accent. That will be interesting. I mean, that would really set him apart from the 10th Doctor, even though he's kind of dressing like the 10th Doctor. So, blah, blah, blah. Doctor Who's return. David Tennant. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's get to what this quote. While little known about his return, the actor could have let slip something in, blah, 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 blah. Fan Expo Boston 2022, blah, blah, blah. Q&A session. As well as revealing that the set photos aren't even close to the whole story. Tennant, who is Scottish, was asked by a fan if he got upset with Capaldi used a Scottish accent in the show. Well, Sylvester McCoy did as well. He responded by saying he wasn't upset, but it was never discussed at the time, and he never thought about it. Tennant continues by saying it now seems quite a weird thing to have done, but at the time didn't even cross my mind that I wouldn't have an English accent. Well, you're developing the character, all right? You're establishing the character. You're literally just establishing the character. And he's going back to a tradition, I think I like Christopher Eccleston. His new box set just came out from Big Finish. I have to give it a listen. I like Christopher Eccleston, but he was very much the anti-Doctor. He was the shameless Doctor, right? Doctor Who, with the exception of Christopher Eccleston, has always had a bit of posh going on, and it didn't really, and he didn't with Eccleston. So I think that he was really returning to the DNA roots of the character. And once you establish that, then you can go off in different directions. Tennant famously used the English Estrie accent that followed on from his performance in the BBC adaptation of Casanova. Excellent, also written by Russell Lee Davies. Which me, because I'm a canny lad, I thought, he's going to be cast as the Doctor, especially when Eccleston said he's leaving after the second episode. I'm like, I better watch Casanova, check out what the new Doctor Who's going to be like. And I watched Casanova, and I found out what the new Doctor Who was going to be like. It was basically that, right? He was playing a young version of the Peter O'Toole who had an English accent. It was Tennant's performance Casanova then inspired David. Yeah, look, okay, we know. At the convention, Tennant continues to speak. He discussed how other doctors, such as Capaldi, Eccleston, Jodie Whittaker, has used her own accents. Oh, please. Jodie Whittaker's used her own everything because she's not very good, at acting, at pretending to be other people, right? That's not her strong point. But why would the 10th Doctor suddenly change his accent? As mentioned, this portraying as Englishman. However, Tennant did briefly use his natural accent in Tooth and Claw. That was good. Telling Rose kept trying to do it as well. He's like, don't do that. That was really good. In which he poses as a Scottish doctor, Dr. James McCrimmon. It was Russell T Davies asked David Tennant, because the Scottish was like, what's a good, what's the John Smith of Scotland, right? What would be the thing he would use, and he couldn't really think of one, and then Russell Davies said, it will call you, you would use the word James McCrimmon, wouldn't you? He'd be like, oh yes. Fraser Hines should really be cast as the second Doctor. I'd love to see that. It's only a couple of weeks till the Abominable Snowman comes out. Ooh. Did use a natural actor, but okay, fine. James McKinnon, when he met Rose met the Queen Victoria on the way to Balmoral. Castle in Scotland, Pauline Collins making a triumphant return to Doctor Who. Really, but if you haven't seen the Faceless ones, it's really worth it. That's a great DVD because it's a Blu-ray, whatever you want to get, format you want to get. It's you really see. Firstly, you have a live action performance, but like Doctor Who really missed out not getting her as a companion. She was clearly written in as a possible companion, and she would have been really good, right? She also had I think Liverpudlian accent in it. She was very good at it. Anyway, so returning as Queen Victoria. However, there's another reason for change of accent. Because he's not playing the 10th Doctor. Yeah, we know. This is old news, mate. Old news. Since set photos showing a very different looking... It's not very different. I mean, like, vaguely different. Like, squinty. It's the same silhouette, right? It's the same silhouette. They're waffling on now. Yeah, look, you're paid by the word. Leave it. Excuse me. Leave us alone. You're being paid by the word. Not paid by the word, but bloody hell. Does his research. Can there be justice for Noel Clarke? I'm going to put this in the screen, in the video notes, was worth checking out. Noel Clarke famously cancelled for The Guardian came out with an investigation saying 20 women have accused him of sexual impropriety. So John the White here is a very meticulous researcher and has gone through more than I could do, right? Gone through this in detail, gone through every claim, and he gives you his notes, everything he's how he came to his conclusions, and all he does is ask questions, right? All he does is point out the inconsistencies. So, firstly, it's not 20 women, it was 14. So you go, 14? What difference does that make? It seems to be the chief one is a woman called Gina Powell, who worked for him and left acrimoniously with some kind of financial dispute. She worked during the time that she made allegations of sexual impropriety that can't be substantiated in any way. It's just the facts, right? This is a factual thing. Her allegation cannot be substantiated. Like he made a audition tape. And he made a video of he secretly shot a video of actress Johanna James doing a nude audition. The casting director was in the room as well, denies it vigorously, as does Noel Clarke. It's horrible to say that this Gina Powell woman just may be an awful person and lying her ass off because she feels hard done by. It's terrible to say that. It also seems just following the following the logic and the evidence, what may be happening, right? Certainly, it's confusing enough that you will never get a conviction on this, which is why there was no police investigation, right? So Johanna James knew nothing about this tape, right? You have like runners who there's a woman, Philippa Crabb, said made an allegation that he demanded sexual favors in return for a role, but she got a role anyway without the sexual favors. I don't know. I mean, like, maybe this was misunderstanding. I think this is one person trying to stitch together a case out of thin air. And if you read this article, that's really what it seems to be. Look, there's this. Look, believe women. I don't mind believing women, right? It never occurred to me not to believe women until stuff like this started happening. Don't know what to tell you, there's a reason that we have a system of jurisprudence, right? It's to avoid this happening. right? I understand it feels good to be in a mob, and oh boy, the toxic fandom are a real awful mob, right? They are absolutely terrible, and they can't stand that that they're full of crap, right? They've got nothing to substantiate their point of view with. They really can't stand it. It's making them completely crazy. But it's just kind of the way it is. I'm sorry. There's just no there. I'm afraid, and it's weird because I see the people on Twitter. They go and stay off Twitter. It's garbage. They're like, well, why would you trust John the White, a known white supremacist? And whenever they say known, it means he's not known as that, right? But their entire argument is, oh, why would you listen to this person? Don't listen to the person. Just listen to what he's saying and see if it holds water. What he's saying holds water, right? And it just does. It just does. So Noel Clarke clearly somewhat vindicated. Will he get his career back? I don't know. Might take a few more years. Listen, I found that people double and triple and quadruple down the hardest, and they never ever back down and apologize. They do it more, and they get stronger. They do that more when they're wrong, right? That's when they do it, when they're completely wrong and they know that they're wrong, right? That's when these things goes down. So, I don't know what to tell you. I hope this nightmare is over for him soon. One last piece of news, which was quite big when it happened, and I don't really care because I don't play Magic the Gathering. I don't know how to play it. Lord of the Rings, Doctor Who, and Warhammer all coming to Magic the Gathering, which is a card game. Yes, there's a lot, and your minds are very blown. Okay. During 2023 Magic the Gathering celebrations, its first Lord of the Rings Middle-earth set will arrive in the first quarter. There'll be 18 cards and a booster to bring. Okay, Doctor Who is celebrating 60th anniversary. To celebrate the Magic the Gathering, there's a Doctor Who collaboration coming. The Universes Beyond crosses. It will include Commander decks. I don't know what that means. Collector boosters. I don't know what that means. Secret layer drop. Ooh. Would you like some secret layer drop? No, thank you. I'm trying to cut down. Featuring some characters and elements from the longest running sci-fi series. I have no idea. There's a gallery here. So do they have when it's coming out? Fall, winter, March of the Machines. It doesn't seem to say. I don't know. It looks like there's going to be a Dr. Ruth figure. Use your keyboard. If there's Dr. Ruth, I'm really. I mean, look. At least they did a new drawing of it. If you can see it, do I need to make it bigger? If I click on it, no. Hang on. Can I zoom in? I like that Tom Baker. That Dr. Ruth is. And then, so that's taken from The Big Bang, I think, right? Okay. That's a nice piece. I like that piece. I don't know what to tell you. This is other stuff. Fine, so these are new Magic the Gathering cards. I don't know how you play it, but okay. That's that. That's that then. Very good, very good. View all. What happens when I press view all? View all images. Okay, I'll do that. I think we have. So there you go. Magic the Gathering is getting a Doctor Who set. I don't know what that means. Okay, I do not know what that means. But there you go. That is a lot of news. I was away for a few days, right? I was away for a few days, and news went crazy. So there you go. All the news not fit to print in the world of Doctor Who. My name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. Yeah!